Well, welcome, guys. It is Monday, March 14th, Pi Day, which I was very excitedly told this morning. um, I am hosting the call in place of Danielle, who is on a boat right now, which is pretty awesome. If you guys haven't been following her journey and pictures right now, I'm so freaking jealous, and makes me really excited because I actually did make it on to the Punta Cana trip next year. Because if you don't know, these Success Club trips have crazy long wait lists, and frankly, I don't even know it's going to happen in 2018 because the company just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So anyways, if you are not on the wait list for Punta Cana, if it's not a goal of yours right now, I'm going to challenge you tonight to really reconsider that and get on the wait list like as soon as possible. I know Brittany just did this the other night. So anyway, so it's really funny. I had posted the topic of what I was going to talk about. I've hosted one or two calls before, and Jen and I have been like in the Team Cup group before, so we've all kind of like talked and hosted in our own ways and whatnot. But so I had originally said that I was going to talk about frankly, I don't even remember. It was something about like growing a team and something else like that. But my point is that I have been really plugging into, if you guys don't know, I use Audible. Danielle's probably talked about it before. It's the Amazon owns it or whatever. So it's like an audio book company. So anyways, I've been listening to The Compound Effect, and everyone had always talked about The Compound Effect, and I was like, I don't really I guess I wasn't so urgent about listening to it because I just thought it was about like social media business. It's going to tell me how things like a business compounds. Okay, I get it. It's pretty straightforward. This book is like rocking my world right now. I'm literally obsessed. I can't put my phone down. It is so freaking good. So after listening to that for the last 2 days, and my team knows I posted Liz Hartke's call in our group today. Liz Hartke went to Smart Success, which, if you don't know, Chalene Johnson runs Smart Success, and Liz Hartke went out to that like a week or two ago. So the Drop the Cookie call on Thursday night was Liz sharing her, sorry guys, I'm such a bad wiggler, was Liz explaining her experience of that. And so between the Compound Effect and listening to her call, I was like, oh my God, I can't not share what I'm feeling and little snippets from all of this. So to kind of change the focus tonight, I want you guys to really think about your why. And I've talked about this before, but I'm not just talking about like, oh, I want to help people, like I want to lose weight and I want to make money and blah, blah, blah. Those are really surface things, right? They definitely connect to our hearts. They definitely connect to our decision of why we're here. But ultimately, the Compound Effect, and like Darren Hardy is the author, and what Liz was talking about is that your why has to, in Liz's words, your why has to make you cry. Your why has to be something that just makes you sprint up out of bed every single day. We talk, for instance, we talk about the daily behaviors, right? We talk about inviting. We talk about the importance of hitting Success Club, right? And how many of us, when it comes to the weekend, or you got really stressed in the morning, or you're rushing to work, or you come home and you're just exhausted, you had a horrible day, you just sit down on the couch. And how many of us are just like, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow? Like, yeah. I'm guilty of this constantly, right? And you can be a brand new coach. You can be a coach that's been, been in this for like 8 months, like me. We're all guilty of this. But the point is that your why needs to drive those things home no matter what. And I love what she said, to take it a step further, talk about like Success Club. We all talk about like, what are your goals? Like, your goals to hit Success Club this month by the 15th. Cool. And your goal shouldn't be to hit Success Club. It should be a requirement to hit Success Club. And I don't mean that to like freak you guys out. I'm not here to make you guys feel really overwhelmed. What I want to do is kind of give you guys a little tough love, because mentally I've been giving myself a lot of tough love because I know how badly I want this, and I have almost everything going against me as far as time and my, I don't know what you would call it, my commitments are concerned. I use that as my crutch. That's my excuse. Oh, I don't have time. Oh, I'm exhausted, or I don't get any time with my fiance, so I'm going to take the weekend off to be with him. How many times do I say that to myself? All the time. But you guys, yes, I've been in this business for 8 months, and yes, I've been able to hit some really cool milestones, and it floors me that I have 3 coaches on this call, but at the same time, I'm not going to get anywhere in this business if I continue to take weekends off, and if I continue to make me a priority in that way. Like, it's not going to work, and I'm not saying that I do this every weekend, I'm just saying that you got to be careful of where you slide, and you got to notice it. So kind of going back to shifting, this is all kind of about shifting your mindset, So when I said, making Success Club a requirement, Liz Harkey said it in the coolest way. She was like, all of us are working, right? All of us work full time. That's what makes us a really cool ass team, because we, I think, are really great at juggling things, and we have a lot of passions and priorities in this team as a whole. So, you guys get it that when you go to work every day, you have a job to do, right? And if you don't hit that mark, you'll lose your job, right? We all have different fields of where we're working, but for me, I work in mental health, and if I don't submit these treatment plans to insurance, and then these clients can't be seen and my companies lose money, so who's going to be at fault? Me. So I thought that was a really cool way of thinking about it, that our job in this business is to hit Success Club. And I'm not here to just pound Success Club down your throats, but because obviously, as you know, you're hitting Success Club every month, you're bringing a minimum of 3 women in the business every month who could then fall in love with the products and everything in this community just as much as we did, who could eventually become a coach, and then kind of get in the whole cliche, the whole compound effect. We taught you, this is nothing new. We've all heard this, right? But it's just kind of like hearing it differently for the first time kind of really hit me today. So making Success Club a requirement, not a goal. I think it's still important to set dates. I know I still have my vision board about when I want to be hitting Success Club, my certain numbers by, but instead of saying, oh gosh, I really want to hit Success Club, take want out of your vocabulary. Take want and wish and take those out of your vocabulary as for this whole entire business. I mean, how often I realize, and I'm so guilty of this too, and I'm trying to retrain my brain. I say oh, well, I really want to lose, 10 more pounds before the wedding. I really want to pay off my credit card debt before Richard and I merge our credit cards. I want to do all these things. Well, Darren Hardy has really said, if you want something, you need to change what you're doing. You can't just sit here and want something without replacing it with something else. So if you want to make $500 a month, if you want to become diamond, if you want to become elite by the end of the year, if you want to go to Punta Cana and pay for that, Lord knows my next payment's coming up and I'm freaking out a little bit, I need to change my own daily behaviors. And that means being consistent, and that means making it priority, Okay, so let me get back. I have notes all over the place. So one thing everything hit home today, so I can't just say one thing. Liz Harkey said, we put up walls from the things we want the most. I'll say that again. We put up walls from the things we want the most. So, for a lot of you guys, are newer coaches. Some of you are even on the cusp to diamond and things like that. Some of you are hitting emerald or working towards that. It doesn't matter where you're at, but regardless of what it is that you want, you are the only thing that's in your way. I know I'm in my way every single day. And so what I mean, to go a little further, a lot of people say, oh no, like I know what I want and I'm not, and that's not happening. I don't let my fears get in the way. But, when you really think about it, like there's so many layers to this. We're too afraid to fail. We think, oh, I'm just going to shoot for Success Club 6 because I'll never hit Success Club 10. Or I'm just going to try recruiting one person a month to become a coach because no one wants to become a coach. Or thinking that because you've been told no before, that no one ever wants to join you, or that no one wants to be part of your challenge group, or that you're not inspirational enough, or that you're nervous, you're scared about putting yourself out there and posting, and so you're going to spend an hour of your time trying to perfect some post that's going to be on Facebook for a couple minutes that people are going to glance through. Or you're going to spend all this time scouring through other coaches' profiles, but, oh, I got to make their post like theirs. How much of your time, mental energy is wasted on those activities? And trust me, guys, I'm not telling you anything that I haven't already made mistakes or don't currently make mistakes in doing. And like, I remember even when I was working towards Diamond, like Diamond seems like the most terrifying, impossible thing at all. And maybe even Emerald felt like that too, guys. I remember being there too. And it just felt like, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to find anyone that is going to want this like I do. There's going to be no one that wants to coach. Like, there's nobody in my market, right? Well, oddly enough, I was able to hit Diamond in 4 months. I had a really rocky road after that, but 6 months later, I have a small little team, and that's what's really cool. And it doesn't need to be some ginormous thing, but the whole point is that you're working at it. And what this really goes to show is that you need to instill that belief in yourself, and belief in yourself, in your abilities, in your confidence, in your physical strength, in your emotional strength, in your ability to lead others, in your posts, in our community, in our Beachbody family, you as a teammate to each other. You have to really believe in that. I think all of us are here because we believe in Beachbody, because we believe that, I know for me, I believe that Beachbody can make me money, and Beachbody can get me out of my drowning debt. Beachbody can give me a life where I can either come home from work and just be with my fiance or my future husband, and be able to have weekends where I can relax with him more, and even have that during the week. I believe that Beachbody can give that to me. That's all fine and great, but you'll never get anywhere as a coach if you don't believe in yourself. And I've had to, and I'm nowhere perfect at this yet either myself, but this was, I'm trying to remember this quote. She said, you have to tell this to yourself every day. I believe in my ability to figure it out. So that means if you're not sure of something, if you don't know the answer to a question, then every single one of you on this call is completely capable of finding out that answer. Whether that's Googling the answer, whether that's opening up a book, whether that's asking your teammates, whether that's, I don't know, just finding some kind of answer within yourself, or changing a behavior, taking a step back and looking at what you're doing. All of you guys are so incredibly capable. I love our team because I just look at everyone's post and I'm like, oh my God, that was amazing. Oh my God, that was amazing. Oh my God. It's easy to just be like, wow, this team is filled with incredible women, and all of us are here because we have our own individual talents and passions, and Beachbody is the glue that kind of holds us together, which is so freaking cool. But when you start to shake and feel nervous about sending out that invite, remember that you are the one standing in the way. That's your fear. And I have this fear every single day because, yes, inviting is scary, but it's scary because I make it scary. It's scary because I'm telling myself, I'm already saying that I'm going to be rejected. And that's a mental problem. You know, we need to change that. We need to change our mental scripts to say that we have something amazing to offer, you know, and I don't mean to be sounding super cliche, standing up on a mountaintop, like with my Shakeology bag and whatnot, but, you know, we really do. I mean, I know I absolutely believe in this. And you guys have, you know, really held me up this weekend. And it's not that I felt that I was in disbelief when I posted in Glow Diggers about the comment from my mom and me feeling worried about my fiance. You know, I want you to know that that's something that hit me and affected me. And despite all these bumps in the road that I've had along the way, there was not one point in time that I ever felt like quitting. There's not been one point in time that I ever felt like, oh, I don't think this is for me. Or one point in time where I felt like, you know what, I'm just going to give it a shot and see what happens. Like, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, you know? Like, no. Like, I joined this because I wanted this to happen. Oop, I said it again. Because I believe this can happen, and I'm going to make it happen. And, you know, I talked to another girl in our network, and we said, we both tell each other, you know, I don't care if this takes me 5 years to make, like, $1,000 a month. Like, that would be really sad. But I don't care if it takes me 5 years. It'll still be worth it to me then, you know? And even if I haven't quit my job fully at that point, you know, in 5 years' time, would it be worth it to you? Would it be worth it to you if you could, you know, have financial freedom, if you could be able to live from home or work from home and travel when you would like to, but still get to, you know, be a healthier, happier, better version of yourself, and as well as empowering those around you? I mean, I know for me, will always be worth it. And I'm not here to sit, you know, and the way I run my business is not to sit here and try to convince Richard or my mom that I'm right. Like, I don't believe in that, and I just will let this business speak for itself. And, you know, when I'm, you know, so I mean, my plans are just to keep hustling and let it do its thing, because I know it will happen one day. So, and another quote that Liz says, "It doesn't work to assume things will change with time." So you can't just say, oh, well, you know, I'll get better at inviting, you know, over time. You know, I'll just get better, right? Or just assuming that you'll learn things as you go without putting in the work yourself, without researching things on your own, without putting yourself into the scary waters, right? Without putting yourself on a limb, you know. And I feel like all of these are things. I just wrote notes on all of my mistakes, basically. Yeah, it's really easy just to get caught up in thinking that, you know, life, you know, it's kind of like the grass is greener on the other side, right? Like, life will just be better in 6 months, right? You know, things will be better. Like, honestly, I'm guilty of this. Like, I say, okay, well, once I graduate, once I don't have school in my life and I'm not interning, I'll have so much more time and I'll be able to run this business like no problem. Life will be great. But I know that's not true. Just because I won't be in class from 5:30 to 8, 3 nights a week, and interning for free 2 days a week, doesn't mean that my life will completely be better, you know? And so it truly means that, you know, we really need you. Ultimately, we constantly need to be working on ourselves, working on this business. And I think one thing I haven't really spelled out that I'm talking about, like, hitting Success Club and all these things, but, like, I'm truly meaning, like, digging hard into your personal development. If you're, you know, all of us should be listening to something right now or reading something, but if it's not hitting you hard and you're just, or light bulbs are going off, switch it. Like, tomorrow morning, completely change it. No use just trucking through and scrolling through the new wake up call newsfeed and picking some random one if you're not finding your purpose. If it's not changing you, if it's not bettering you, you need to change what you're doing. And I'm guilty of this too. But it's kind of like the same thing that, like, Danielle Natoni talks about, like the power of doing a program start to finish. Think about it in your personal development. Think about it in your development as yourself. You know, if you're skipping around and listening to this day and this and that this day, and of course I'm saying this when I kind of jump around myself too. But my whole point is, if you're gonna listen to something, really stick it out, or, and really, or at least hone it in so that you're really learning it through and through. So like Darren Hardy always talks about, like, knowledge isn't power until it's put into action. And so something I've been challenging myself is that I listen to personal development constantly, but I almost never take notes because I'm always listening in the morning when I'm in the shower and I'm getting ready for work and I don't have any time. And I realized something's got to change, right? Like, it's wonderful that I have all these nuggets in my brain, but they're here for 5 minutes until I leave to work and then it's all gone, right? And so I know that I need to change what I'm doing. If that means I only listen to 5 to 10 minutes of personal development so that I can write some notes and really implement a plan of how I'm going to put them in place, then fine, So I'm still working on that. Okay, next bit. I want you to let that confidence come in every day and invite people because you're not scared of that rejection. So invest in yourself. Sorry, guys, I kind of wrote these quote downs with no aim whatsoever, but I mean, we kind of already talked about this, about, the importance of inviting every single day, and Darren Hardy talks a lot about you have to focus on the behaviors that will move your business forward. And if those aren't a priority, if that isn't at the top of your list, if that's not the first thing you're trying to do every single day, then your business won't move forward. And I'm way super guilty of this. And I'm sure there's other people on this call that are like me, that like when you sit down to do something, you're going to do the 30 other small things until you get to the scary thing, because you're putting up that wall, right? Because you want to distance yourself from the scary, thing. So this is a defense mechanism that we're naturally attuned to doing it. It's our knee-jerk reaction, right? But if any of you have ever heard of Eat That Frog, I'm listening to that in spurts too, but I realize I need to find a better way of fitting that in, mainly because the guy in Audible has a really soft voice. And anyways, but Eat That Frog Top is kind of like similar to compound effect, really focusing in on the most important things that you need to do every day. You need to focus on, and you need to trim the other stuff out. So my notes are so scattered. So you need to flip the switch for yourself and decide that it's going to be awesome, and you need to believe in your own ability to change. So, I think I really like the part about flipping the switch. You just have to decide that you are going to be awesome, that you are awesome, and that your business is kick-ass. Like, if you treat yourself and this business as if you are diamond, as if you are a 5-star coach, whether you have the organizational tools or not, hell knows that I don't yet. But if you have that positive energy and that self-awareness, then you're golden, basically. How often I'm sure all of us follow top coaches all the time and think, wow, I'm not like them, or wow, I don't have what they have, or wow, like, I certainly can't post as good as they do, or I certainly can't attract that many followers, or I only get like 10 likes on my photo, they get like 500, But the thing is that happened over time for them. But then don't fall into the same trap and think that, oh, over time that'll just happen, right? Because all these other top coaches in the business, they have put their blinders on and they said, you know what? I have to just focus in on what I'm capable of, and that I'm amazing, and that I believe in what I'm going to do. And they invite every single day. And what's crazy, Liz Hartke's call, she hit on March 1st. I think she was at Success Club 10. And I don't know if any of you guys saw her 22-minute hardcore results. Insane. Like, she looked incredible. I was like, I need to use your photo and just share it everywhere. She was at Success Club 10 March 1st, and as of Thursday last week, which was the 10th, I think, she was at Success Club 38 on the 10th of the month. So, that's just of course, like, I'm like, oh my God, that's wild. Like, I can't do that, right? But, all of us really can, and we just have to step out of our own way, and we have to realize that we are amazing, and that this business, if you truly want this business, and if you really want to make some change and in your life, whether that's financially or emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever it is for you, then I'm telling you, this is what you need to do. This is what I need to do. Oh my God, pound this into my head every single day. This is what we need to do as a team. And I cannot deliver speech the way Liz Hartke can, but that's kind of all I had to say on, really honing in on your why and your daily behaviors. So I'm happy to open it up for questions if people want. I can talk more about team building if people want to talk about that or ask any questions about that. I'm really bad with knowing how much time we have left. But or any thoughts on all of this? Feel free to unmute yourself. Did I just mute myself? Oh, sorry. It was just so good. Everyone's just like muted. It's so good.
Hello.
Hi.
So I've been gone obviously for the past week, so I haven't been really inviting or anything. I tried to post, but I was on a way different time schedule than everybody. I could never get on the right schedule with you guys. So but I still struggle trying to find coaches. I ask people that are in my groups and no one really seems to want to do it. But
don't worry about it.
I'm just wondering, I know it's not going to happen overnight. So what do you guys tend to do to try and, hi Kitty, try to get people?
I know. Well, you're definitely so right on about how it doesn't happen overnight. It's really funny, Brittany's sitting on this call and she's someone that joined with me like early October. It might have even been the first week of October, something like that. I don't know. She's been with me for months, and Brittany and I have known each other since college. We're sorority sisters, and I'm really guilty of not asking people in my challenge groups early on. And Brittany might not have actually wanted to coach whatsoever in October, and that's totally fine. But the point is I didn't ask her until January or February, and she'd been with me for months. And here she is sitting on the call, which is really freaking cool. But that also goes to show that, maybe she just, maybe there are girls in our group that need to know that it's possible. So part of it, and I hate to say it, of course, part of it's being patient. The other part of it might be how you're asking it. Are you presenting it to people when you're talking with them, inviting them to the challenge group at all?
I haven't done it that way yet. It's just kind of been people that are already in it, and I just let them know that since they've been sharing a lot in the group, I think they would really enjoy it. There's some people that are in a group that don't talk at all, so but yeah, so I just I've just felt stuck in that area.
Right. Well, have you ever invited to the coaching opportunity calls? Because that's a really great way. People might be like, yeah, no, I'm good. And be like, hey, why don't you hop on our coaching opportunity call? And then maybe we can help answer some of your questions and some myths and concerns about coaching and see. And I always kind of phrase it in a way, see if it's something that you might be interested in, whether it's for you or not. I'm hosting one tomorrow night at 6:00 as a reminder to all of you guys. I know Danielle holds them, I think, bi-monthly, and I'm in the process of doing that myself. So, yeah, I definitely recommend that too. I've invited a whole host of people to coaching opportunity calls. Girls that I've invited to girls that have never bought Challenge Pack before that are interested, and these are just in conversations I have with people, and I've been trying to be better myself about when I'm inviting people to challenge groups to present the coaching opportunity then too, because especially when people are like, it seems expensive, but I want to do it. And I'm like, hey, we can always become a coach. And I say, that's what I did when I started. And I know there's a few of us on the call that had the same story about that. But I think I know that there's ways that we can all be better about putting the coaching opportunity out there more and more. But who was it? Janelle Summers on the New Wake Up Call last week, or maybe it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I loved her call. She's Shanaline Johnson's sister. Said that, our posts, like the call to action posts, whether it's for the challenge groups or coaching, get the least amount of traction, but you still need to do them. And just because it gets eyes on it, people might just read it and might read it slowly over time. And I don't do them every day, but I used to only do them like once or twice a month. Now I'm doing them a minimum of once a week, because I was like, if I'm not talking about the coaching opportunity and why coaching is cool, people aren't going to think that it's something that they can do. So I think finding ways to share that in your posts doesn't always have to be be a coach, but you can talk about why coaching is cool for you. That's just more ways to share it in your story too. That helps.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. You will get there. I know you're so close.
Struggle.
Yeah. What else, guys? What else?
I actually have been having a lot of trouble lately with getting people just interested to talk. So I tried a little bit of different things. So I tried a video instead, just quick video of working out or trying different pictures. But then I feel like I start to repeat a lot. So it's then it always becomes me and my workout post, and it always becomes my dogs and that kind of stuff. It's how do you keep it fresh enough for you as well?
Are you talking about your posts or your challenge group?
Kind of both.
Well,
maybe starting with posts as well.
So posts, yeah. So I realize the same thing too. If you're free balling, I generally, that's my style, is that I kind of need to write more in the moment, or Loretta and I kind of do this too. We'll often write our posts out, the morning posts the night before, and then a lot of times when I'm going to class or throughout the day, I might write up my posts as a post that night. But my point is that I never really followed a posting schedule for myself. So recently in Team Cup, I kind of I don't know where my March one is, but I printed off a calendar, because I'm a pen and paper kind of gal. I know that Noelle and Danielle's probably posted things in Glow Diggers too about a general posting schedule, but I kind of just needed something that was more for me. And God, I ripped off my February page, but February one was really good. Well, my Team Cup girls know, or Jen knows, that I created this little calendar, and I wrote, what are the things that I really need to post about? Or because I realized, guys, I probably did all of 3 Shakeology posts in my first 6 months of coaching. I never talked about the importance of Shakeology or why it's so great. And no wonder people were just becoming customers and buying 21 Day Fix and they weren't buying challenge packages from me, because they didn't see that I valued Shakeology. So I challenge you, learn to develop a posting schedule for yourself. That way it kind of commits you to balancing your posts out more. So to give you an example, of some things that I did, I was okay, I need to post about call to action for challenge groups, call to action for coaching, Shakeology, working out, food, and then I don't know, some other random things like family, my dog, fun things to do. You need to have the balance of your stuff, right? So a little bit of how I balance it, my morning and evening posts, between the 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. and the 7 p.m. 9 p.m. those are always Beachbody related, meaning something related to health and fitness or coaching or whatever. But the middle of the day and the middle part is where I kind of throw in here's my dog, here's a cute selfie, or whatever. My weekends are free for all a little bit, but don't follow the exact same structure. But that's a little bit of the structure that I do. And those are some of the topics that I try to follow, and so that I tried to balance it out so that way I'm not like 1 week that I'm not posting about Shakeology. I need to be posting about Shakeology. I won't post a transformation post every week though. I think that's something I balance out more. And I probably will start be posting a lot more fitness stuff because I'm trying to show my journey of 22 hardcore. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, I challenge you to try a posting schedule.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, guys. You know, all things I learned from mistakes I make daily. I'll talk to you guys in like 2 months, and I'll be like, "Oh my God, everything I told you was wrong." But you know, that's life. We have about a minute left. So, any final thoughts? Go team. All right, guys. Well, I want to say thank you guys so much for coming on and listening to me. I love getting to talk and see with you guys and connect with all of you. So this is really awesome for you guys letting me host tonight. Pretty soon it'll be every single one of you, so I really can't wait to see that. So best of luck with everything this week, guys, and I will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.